be on this puck at this point. He's just too good. All right, what do we need from Nigma to not lose a third game in a row here? We need I mean, the Viper's lane should go well. That's a check. I think the Underlord needs like some decent farm to start, right? He can't just be a big like punching bag for this Ursa.
It's the Underlord's lane, and that's pretty much it, because we should have a decent time here, as long as they shut down Nisha a little bit and he doesn't get that big timing on the Blink Dagger. If he even goes for Blink, we'll see, because some Tinies recently have gone straight into, you know, like, I'm gonna carry the game item build. Like some SNY into, even a Midas recently I have seen. It's an opportunity, it's a possibility.
Holy moly! Well, I look forward to the answers here. As the Bear will try his luck on the side of Team Secret this time. A bit disappointing, I'm sure, for Nigma, thanks to some rough stuff in the mid game there, losing their tempo. They're going to see if this Bear will not be in the circus.
Wait. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Look at Zai.
Yeah, I'm taking a look here, bud. That makes some... I mean, everyone else is going to have a bad time.
Yeah. Let's see if he's gonna have any better of a time, because he is able to take a creep or two, and man, this reminds me of the time in which you could pick Chen mid, take Penitence, you know, buy Dagon, E-Blade Dagon, blow things up in one hit.
Call someone in at the same time.
Yeah, good old times.
Oh. Alright. Yeah, that was really funny. There was like a blink Chen build for a little while where you'd like blink on top of the Dagon and bring all your summons.
Yeah. It never worked for me. I tried that multiple times, always. Yeah, it never looked too great, even with the 4 centaurs.
It's like a bootleg version of a Meepo. It's just a lot
pretty
of words.
much. Too much. So one good thing for Secret here is no matter who lanes versus Underlord, you should be fine, because Chen is mid, right? So you're tiny, he has his tree to work with, so he'll be able to last it. And Ursa should have a good time top lane as well. He is playing versus an Ember who's melee, but there's some outplay potential on both sides.
I've seen Yapsor trying to do some ward scanning shenanigans. I've seen some people cut that tree to check for that high ground ward.
So you either cut that tree, check for that high ground ward, or you move behind that one over there to check for any lane ward, right?
On
the Radiant side. Yep.
But there he is. He takes the range creep immediately.
I'm gonna help him out a little bit with harassing the Viper at least. The only...
Okay, it's Secret pausing. I was kind of hoping it was Nigma pausing, be like, oh wait, hold on. Of course, that would not be allowed.
Let's think about this, guys. Let's switch up these lanes. Okay, so one thing that's problematic maybe here for Zai is that he did take the range creep, right? So a lot of experience.
Yeah, I had the same thought there. I'm just like, oh, is that good?
Yeah. He's gonna lose a lot of experience and might give Viper a lot of experience too if he does manage to take that out. So could be problematic.
I saw some lines drawn there from Kuro. He did this one. He did the Swaparino, which would make sense because I'm sure they would probably rather have the Underlord mid. Obviously, now this is Secret's pause again, so no flame. That Nigma's making calls here. That's completely fine.
Yeah, the question is, so Ursa on the top lane with Puppy, if he was versus Kotl and Ember alone, he would be able to lane. It's not as good as versus the Underlord, but he would be able to lane. However, with KuroKy being here, it does get a bit difficult. So he's kind of in the jungle as well, trying to find his home.
And he's under a ward too. That's the worst part of it. So they know that he's not making any big shifts, or at least he hasn't, gotten very far. They're all just pinging the heck out of him.
But don't worry, you have a Chen on your side. He can summon you at least halfway. He can summon you to the mid, and then you choose where to go.
Yeah, that's right. You're supposed to be able to win every matchup because of this, but unfortunately, he's a little busy trying to lane right now. It's like, yeah, I can't really afford a point in that right now, bud.
He has a decent amount of damage on level 156. He starts with plus the range creep. He's denying quite a few here. Go right.
I swear, these offlaners, man, they're the new mid players. None of the mid players want to play mid anymore.
What's up with Mind Control? Why isn't he here? Oh.
I don't know. I don't know why he's on the side lane. What's he doing?
It's strange, right?
Got demoted again, I guess. Puppy. Gonna zip his way back.
Yeah, they did switch things up again, so Ursa is bottom, but don't tell me mind control is just gonna run. Is that really happening? Okay, but if he does run, will he go mid or top lane? There's no,
mid, I think.
Yeah, there's no way you send an Underlord on the way to top with his not even 300 movement speed.
God, this
That would be
I
horrible.
love and hate that this has become such a common thing. But yeah, there we go. All right. So now Zai, he's level 2 and he's saving the point, so he just calls mid now, right?
Yeah, he calls mid and he can move down bottom, right?
Yeah.
Or yeah, that should be the play.
Yeah, and then if there's a reversal, then
Actually, bottom lane.
Oh, this would be a bad turn of events for him. I just wanted to come to lane. Oh, that's a problem.
This is such a problem because now he has to TP, right? And once he
now they've
TPs, he's stuck.
broken
Yeah.
First blood.
That explains why they weren't calling the Ursa right away, huh?
One big thing for Nigma, however, is the fact that Puppy might die here.
Oh yeah, that was a good nightmare. Secured.
And also Nisha is only level 1. So it's a really hard lane for him to be in.
You have been denied.
Yeah, Nisha Tiny. All right, so where does a Tiny go this game in terms of like what are his objectives and why did they pick this hero? I mean, pretty good targets for burst damage, right? Between like the Ember and the Coddle, like if you can catch him off guard on the side lanes or something.
Yeah, he's pretty fine that way. He could still go for the greedier build and go for just a right click, right? SMY or whatnot into AC or something like that. It's also fine, but Blink Dagger is definitely what they need because they will be pushing with Shen early on, right? And then you want these heroes that are able to jump in the backlines, catch something.
Oh, bottom again. Weehaw getting kind of low. And that forces the TV. So now they've broken up that pressure onto Nisha. This is something that Secret really needed. Gonna make sure that Tiny catches up here because he's only at 3 last hits right now. Oh, even misses that deny too. Oh, she's rough up here.
KuroKy, he's just messing with Zai a bit. But dude, does it feel good to have the frost armor on this early on?
Yeah, seriously.
Still, yeah, he has a lot of poison stacks on him. He needs to be careful. Oh, did he refresh them? No, he didn't.
And then meanwhile, the supports is just running mid because it's the 4-minute mark here. And oh, again, Zidane bomb though. 4 stacks, 3. He's good. He basically counteracts it with the head.
Oh, Yabzor gets a DD. It should be fine. Kuro has the sleep, gets away.
And yeah, I'm wondering what Weehaw's going to build this game too. I've seen this MKB rush from the Vipers lately. Looks pretty strong.
Really?
Yeah, like usually when they're running into the mid though, but it's because like the magic damage stacking, right?
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Actually, that's such a greedy build for a Viper to go for. But I guess he could in this kind of a game. He could be their most important right clicker, right? You have the Ember, if he goes for Dazzle and something like that, it could be solid.
It's very dependent on your teammates, of course, as you're saying. I mean, that's kind of the benefit of the Viper, I feel like, is you can just build anything on this hero.
Yeah, let's just wait for him to get a couple of raid bans first and then talk about the real item
some things are very important, you know? You just see like a couple Wraith bands and then boots and then like 17-minute MKBs a couple times.
It's not like he needs...
Top. Who wants it? Who's getting that kill?
That's a permanent atrophy damage for mind control, +3, feels good.
True.
It's not like we needs to really buy utility for his team because he does have an Underlord, right? And because of that, he doesn't need any Greaves, anything like that. You could still go for a couple of raid bans into, I don't know, Hood isn't that great.
Oh, Puppy's back up top here as they start diving on to Nisha. Throws down the Avalanche though, he'll be okay, but that's a lot of damage and mana wasted for a team that has quite a bit of renewables here with the help of the Coddle. As Crow's also chasing after Zai with a potential Nightmare, but Yapzor's coming through too. Now Weehaw, another Toxin drop down, the break's there, but easy damage on the Crow. So he falls and Zai's just going to TP out, the ultimate answer to the Viper player.
Yapzor
sadly walks away. 5 damage.
He's dead.
Yep. Cool guys don't look at kills.
Yeah, this did have those tranquils that really work. Yeah. Mid lane mind control.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, he walked out here, but Kuro's coming, so it should be okay.
Yeah, he might even fall here though. There's 7 Fury swipes on mind control. Yeah, he doesn't dare.
Yeah, he's scared. Oh, jeez. He's good.
Guess that one extra stack of Fury swipes on him, but not enough experience for that level 6. Doesn't have Enrage, because of that you can't really kill him. Two items that I really see that could be really great for Viper are Atos and Force Staff as well, right? So to be able to just get away or some extra catch.
I actually love the Atos build on Viper. I feel like I don't get to see it as much anymore, but it's just it lets you be so active early on. It's crazy.
It's so good with the Underlord, right? He actually has the Greaves queued up.
Oh yeah, true. Zai's gonna get ulted here down from Weehaw, so they're looking for a quick kill. At the same time in the mid lane, they're also looking for mind control. Matu gonna dive all the way under. GH comes through, but he does not have the blinding light, so there's no chance at a save. And Yapsor will escape too, so a 1-for-1s here.
He did a really good job there to dodge the 80 Remnant from Yapsor, but yeah, you can't escape the Ursa now with Power Treads. He has the Windlace being shipped to him as well. I'm just wondering who's going to be that real win condition here on the side of Secret. Is Nisha demoted from that because he's had such a poor laning stage, or
yeah, I kind of feel like he is. I feel like you let Matu go for like the
Battle Fury. Yeah. Oh, look at Zai.
You just try and make plays with the puck as the tiny.
This is so crazy good for him. He's level 5 Shen, but he's still able to farm the Ancients. That opens up the map so much for them. And he doesn't have to lane at all. Yeah.
Gets these pretty fast for the team too. GH in trouble here from Matu. Mind Control is just trying to stand next to him and help. That's an invis move he really needs it, and he will just pop it.
It's under attack.
Yeah.
No sentries there. That hurt.
It's a problem. He's actually going for the Illuminate, right? He's doing it because he's playing versus Chen. It's pretty good. And also you get more farm. If you're a position 4 couple, you get way more farm if you max out Illuminate, but it's so bad versus Ursa. If he gets close, you're just done.
Gold and sweet.
And you can really do.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yapsor moves down bottom with Zai. He's got the point for the Hand of God. Isn't taking it yet though. Let's see if they can get Kuro. A hop forward there, but now they're just going right onto Zai. He just can't step too close, even with his whole army there. Gonna try and turn with the Penitence onto Weehaw. They got an easy right-click damage to finish off with a toss. Another TP in. This time it's a Miracle. Moves on to his brother in the Void Spirit. Yapsor trying to get the distance there with the damage reduction, but there is more remnants to come. Miracle hops over and moves right over to Nisha, but gets the Shocker, so he's got another set of the Sight and the Bullet, but still a lot of HP to work through. 1580 max HP at level 7 right now, by the way. As well as 15 armor. Wow. Okay, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, actually went for 2 rings of protection. Like, what the hell? I don't see that as well way too often. By the way, that fight went a bit poor for Secret because they were summoning Ursa in. So Matu didn't really want to TP in him on his own. Zai was teleporting him, but he died way too soon. And because of that, Matu didn't ever join.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And they've kind of kept the same heroes lingering around down bottom. GH, Kuro, and Miracle. Closing on the 10-minute mark. Post up top is still owned by Secret as they start moving on to Nisha. He's out of mana. Dropping a little bit low here, but they don't have the final damage. And now it's Matu coming from the left. Yapsor from the north. Miracle again drops in onto Nisha. Looking for that additional damage. The Remnant back through. He wants to get that bounty room, but he's a little bit too early. So Matu will grab it. Each team.
Oh, Matu?
They actually stole that Opos too. Nice play there up top from the Weehaw.
Yeah, Matu actually gets the other bounty too, because Ember, he needed to run down the stairs. Matu jumps over the hill. Yapsor.
Oh, speaking of over the hill, Yapsor gets up. Miracle went the whole way across though. Misses the avalanche though, so they'll catch him with a slight. Now Matu coming back through, but there's a chakra once more. This combo is just a little too good.
Will he toss him?
Down to the low ground.
Nah.
Yeah, send me.
They chill out a little bit. Actually, what Tiny is going for, he had it queued up from the beginning of the game. It's just a casual trumps, so some utility. You'll be able to move a bit faster. You have the Shen as well there that's going to finish off that Helm of Dominator. So they're going for all these little small bits and pieces that will make their team a lot stronger in the mid game.
They're kind of doing the same thing too. Like Weehaw's got one Wraith Band, one Bracer, and he's just sitting on his one and his raindrops. You know, not committing to anything at this point. Just getting very available for action. This current item says Puppy steals that range creep. Very nice.
Yeah, it's the build when you don't really know what you want to buy. You buy Wraith Band, the Bracer, and then you think for the next minute or two.
He's got time.
Yeah, 4 staff. It was 8 also 4 staff pretty much, and that would be the most game changing.
Well, up top this time again. Now, last time Zai got punished pretty hard for this, but he's got backup this time. So lots of heroes here. No coil left actually. Somebody burns his mana, but they're not going to need it. They'll throw out the ulti too.
They didn't really summon anyone as well, so it was just the 3 of them.
Dire's bottom tower is under
They aren't
attack.
holding bottom though. Miracle's just in behind. They pop up the glyph, but Nisha's busy in the jungle up top. And they're just going to take this tier 1 with plenty of time to defend up top as well if they'd like.
I think that was all without the Dominator, right? They didn't have... yeah, that's just chance creeps. They didn't have Helm of Dominator before that. It becomes a little bit trickier now. I suppose what Zai will go for next is Vlad's. Maybe Greaves, but Vlad's are so good here. You have Ursa, you have Tiny.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, hey look, a bounty room.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, the mech's there from Micro. Again, it's another
Radiant's
Invis room.
courier has
Just
been
in
killed.
case. Exact same spot.
Radiant's top tower.
Okay,
is
now
under
we have the
attack.
5 creep army from Zai. He is playing versus an Underlord, but does it really matter? The Ember Spirit's
And an
probably...
Ember too, though, to be fair, with Chakra. Like, he can kind of slice and dice through. It's kind of funny how you'll see Ember players abuse it too, where they end up... On the one hand, you're immune for a long time as they hop right on the GH in the tree line. They drop the coil. He doesn't go for the snap, though. He's going to try and do the dipsy doodle run around in a circle. Knows he'll die and goes for the snap. He's trying to waste their time, and GH does survive long enough. Meanwhile, Puppey goes right into the root.
Yeah, they gripped him.
Counterplay.
Yeah, they gripped him as well. They rooted him and used the grip, which is a pretty long cooldown for Puppey. Yabzor did manage to survive, so if you're Secret, you're kind of alright with that, because they used grip, they used Will-O-Wisp, and those are extremely long cooldowns.
Although, they already took your bottom tower, and now you have a big aura mind control coming for your top one, too.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. The objectives aren't really that great for Secret, they are just trading so far. I mean, it's alright, but considering they're playing a Chen, it could be a bit better.
It feels like they're a little behind on both the, mostly the Tiny, and then it's just Ursa as a matter of, I'm buying a battle here. Like, he's not really behind, of course. He's top of net worth, he's having some pretty good timings, but he doesn't necessarily want to get that involved right now,
Yeah,
unless they're really well set.
Yeah, he doesn't use this network, that's what you're saying, right? Like, he has a lot of network, but he doesn't use this gold. And even after he does finish that Battle Fury, it's mostly to just
Puppey
chill
got
a
too
bit.
close up top here.
Radiant's
Forces out another coil. Puppey really wants to keep these for offensive purposes, but they're going to bring him to the TP, see if they can get down Miracle. And all the killing spree, he's going to jump back out. A little bit of a disaster, but at least they can deny from Nisha coming through.
Stun.
And
Oh,
Kuro gone too. All right, sick play.
That's another-
Back in the mid lane as well. They have a root onto Yapzor, but it's just
Dire's
MC,
middle
so
tower is
Yapzor will
under
get out.
attack.
Yeah, that's another deny though, right? No, on the top lane, I think so.
Yes, it was.
So they denied 2 out of 3 tier 1 towers so far, which is pretty good for Secrets as well.
Yeah, that's pretty frustrating. At the very least,
Okay,
though, keeping the tier 1s like in the mid lane here too, and the bot is really good versus Puppey. It's like the way that he tries to play, like it feels like the longer you keep your tier 1s, the better, right?
Yeah, he can't creep skip you constantly, right? It's strong. Miracle?
Although he does just go to the tier 3 sometimes, so who knows? Matsu runs into the wrong neighborhood as there's 3 heroes up here. He has to pop the ulti for the damage reduction and the sass resistance. Not very good versus the Fiend's grip though, but it's already ended, so and he's dead.
It's good that they committed the grip there, but then again, you're thinking Zai, he's level 8, he still doesn't have Hand of God. Maybe that's
So
what helps.
right there is what happens with the Slight versus the Chen. Will Miracle get out is the question. No, he's dead. So it goes 2 ways. On the one hand, you can be invulnerable for a long time. On the other hand, they had so much time to actually close in on where he slighted. Because
Centaur
of the nice toss on the Centaur. Gonna catch Weehaw, the 8th remnant back. Got the damage for the Chen creep coming through. The sleep from Kuro trying to help out. Kuro's a big wander now. He's trying to tank some damage so he can go over the ulti. And now Vancy coming through. Another toss. Sending in Kuro onto Puppey. Puppey's just trying to kill a courier. He's just doing his own thing here. Sends an aura back. Will jump to it, but he walks right in to his death as Kuro takes the brain tap for the kill. Now another 2-man root out there. Nisha in here with Zai. The toss out. I'll save you, he says. And there's another Centaur stomp here. Trying to come back through, and it's Matu. The stomp can help maybe secure a kill, but no, can't get in time. Kuro gonna feed his body in, trying to get the final kill, and Zai can't get it. Now Nisha in trouble too. Toss back once more. How many tosses does this guy have? Unfortunately, it's not enough to save his life.
Matu?
Miracle. Yeah, he's trying to hunt Matu. He's not going to find us. They head back over to the west. Yamsor's there. Actually, not as far deep as I think.
Actually.
Yeah, now Matsu's back in here. Miracle gets some help though. More shockers. Oh, but the Aether Top, maybe it's enough damage in time. No, quite. It is there. They will get the kill. So a little bit too aggressive here from Niggas. They're going to lose 2 more heroes.
Yeah, that was so unfortunate for them. Yeah, it looked like they might find Ursa there and make him die twice in a row, which would be so huge as he just has finished that Battle Fury. He just purchased it, right? And if you kill him twice in a row, like, he's just not utilizing his net worth at all. But he manages to kill the Ember, and it's the other way around that really happens. Now this Ember that bought drums, that's trying to get the Desolator, has been pretty much just fighting and dying for the last 2-3 minutes. GH.
Yeah, he's trying to hold on to this tower. This is a risky blast because you know he's gonna come for you.
Look at that Kobold. Look at that Kobold just scouting him out.
Make it easy peasy there. So, Miracle's still running at them. Mind control's here too. It looks like they kind of want to fight this. Matsu driven back. They don't have the Viper, which I feel like will be the big hero to try and bring into this engagement, but it is enough to send Secret packing back over to the dire side.
Yeah, I guess we has decided a little bit to chill and just get some of his farm because
that's a lot of damage on the side. Matsu hops in again. He's been so aggro this game, but it's worked out for him so far. He's now 7-2-2 as he moves on to mind control 2, gets the damage, and there's even more on the Miracle. They're all dead. Again, it seems they're just coming back out towards Secret. And maybe this will be the turn that they need. Nisha having a bit of a rough one this one, it feels like. Having a hard time getting involved besides those big tosses, so he's going to fall. But Matsu, he wants a little bit more onto the Viper. Silence is there, and Yapsor with a double kill.
Yeah, I was just saying how we is trying to maybe chill a little bit and find some farm, you know, dodge these fights, because he has a Viper. At least if you're an Ember, you're mobile. You can move across the map. You can still fight and get some farm, even if it goes poorly for you. As a Viper, if you lose a couple of these early game engagements, the game just feels so bad, and you can see he moved away from the force. He went for the Dragon Lance, but it's really not helping.
It will get a kill back though. As Miracle, she's finds Zai in the jungle and is trying to get another catch onto Yapsor too. There are additional heroes here. They also have a Dream Coil too. You know Matsu's thirsty. He wants another kill. He hops in right on top and he's leashed. He is in trouble and it's gone for the Ember Spirits. They are just trying a little too hard right now.
Yeah. And Kuro, okay, he should be fine. The Centaur is a bit too slow to get him. But you really see the reasoning why Puppy goes for Puck if he has that first pick versus Ember, right? If Nigma gets the Ember instantly, the Puck instead of the Weaver. That's how Secret likes to answer. And that leash is just so strong. He has not only the leash, but not only the leash, you have the silence as well, right?
Yeah, and they're so good at utilizing this. Like that's the whole point of the Coddle Ember. You see a lot of teams do this because you can just play like a madman on the Ember, right? And it feels like nothing can touch you or stop you. But then you run into a leash like this, and there's not a lot of leashes in the game. We got like 3, I think, between like Grim, Slark, and Puck. So when you find one of these counter picks like that, it's a real problem.
Yapsor, they're trying to fight here.
Yeah, they're gonna try it one more time. Another Aether Ton on the Miracle. Coddle's here to keep giving them the chakras.
Okay, so they have the coil again in... Okay, remember what we were talking about, Puppy? There he is, under the tier 4, not even tier 3.
Yep.
He's running away.
All the way back.
There you go.
Radiant's bottom tower is
just wait for the creep wave here next time, you know. Don't mess with the tier 2 and tier 3. Go all the way back. He's just pushing his limits, yeah.
Back at the bounty runes. Secret will take them now. A 6k lead, as it has been an extremely chaotic game so far. I'm thinking most teams do not have their neutral items here. They've just been running at each other.
BKB completed on
all 4 done very quick for Secret. They've been really good about that, I find. Like in terms of the neutral items, it feels like every time they have theirs within like a minute and a half, and then they just smoke like this.
It really looks like they don't want another 70-minute game. Smoke up with the BKB with the Echo Saber instantly into the pit. They want this Aegis and...
Miracle's got a haste rune and a pretty good angle here. I'm not sure if they know he's here. Alright, well, now they definitely do. They ping him up on the high ground. Miracle coming through. Meanwhile, down in the river, a little bit going. Miracle's trying to play inside of it, but the Aegis has been claimed. No sneaking this Roche. Another coil onto Miracle. I think you just want to disengage here if you're Secret and reset. Take a fight when you actually have the coil and not versus a hasted Ember. As they sit up on the high ground. Now there's the root 2. Checkers are trying to do it. Oh, he gets some low, but there's a little bit of a heal there for Miracle.
Can they kill it?
Matu gets in, and he's going to get out. All right, now back over though onto Kuro. They might not have killed
Miracle.
In fact, they're just going to wind up getting him anyway.
Why did he go back in?
I don't know.
He had
I
the
don't see
remnant to
what
the side.
Like, what were they hoping to achieve?
All right. Well, he didn't achieve it. That's for sure. He just dies. And did you see the way? Did you see the way they set up a trap around Puck? So Puck is asleep, right, because of the Bane, and you can see that Ember will try to go in for the kill. There's no Dream Call, but they put all the creeps around Puck, and if Ember approaches, he's going to be stomped and ensnared and silenced. And
yeah, it was just kind of strange in terms of, like, it felt like the rest of the team didn't want to go in from Nigma. They just kind of backed away.
You did say that Scotland makes Ember play like a madman, so...
He's taken that to heart a little too seriously, I feel.
He definitely has.
All right.
Yeah.
The other games, Secret were not this far behind, but they found ways to cut, and they kind of have those heroes in, like, the Coddle and the Ember, but those two heroes also want to play together the whole time, so it is a rough spot here for Nigma. They need like a big will-o-wisp play with everyone kind of on the same page.
Yeah. The thing is, all of these big ultis of theirs and big AoE spells don't work that well. Mind control?
Yeah, he's just trying to walk up his own high ground. What are you guys doing here? It's a support duo. Except not really a support duo, because it's a core champ, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, mind control, he managed to survive, so... Looks like their little gank plan didn't work out too well, but Fierce is here too. He's popping the BKB. This guy still has an Aegis. I don't know if you want any part of this, but they'll get one kill, and finally they can take a fight on their own.
They canceled.
Trying to get the retreat. They're still holding that high ground though. Yeah, they're going to try and run back into the coil. There's a coil. Snap already onto Miracle, and a silence onto 4, but they do get another kill. Nisha's down. Matsu goes back in though. Still has that Aegis. Still feeling strong. Got a couple of stacks onto Miracle. Wants a 4th hit there, but he knows that if he chases, he's just going to jump away. So he goes back to Kuro instead, grabs that kill. And now, moving back, it's Miracle. How many stacks can he get? Oh, Miracle's in. He's out. Doesn't want to die. Unfortunately, they're going to lose mind control though. And again, a fight that kind of looked like maybe they had something. Doesn't really go their way. Now they'll get the Aegis. Zai still nearby.
That's, oh my god, that's like the perfect positioning for you if you're Nigma. That's the perfect position to fight in, because your Underlord survives, the Pit of Malice is pretty much covering the whole entrance of Team Secret, so they have to move gradually through it. Then you have this Scuttle that's able to blinding light them back into the Pit of Malice, and it's still not enough. It's still, like, it just looks like Matu is running them down with his bear, and he doesn't even have a blink or a basher yet.
Yeah, his items are insane. He has BKB, basher, and battle fury at 23.
Yeah, it's flying out, right? Yeah, it's flying out to him.
Unbelievable. I mean, he's at 14.2k, so it's not that shocking, but damn. He's also almost level 20, by the way. This guy's got like the Meepo levels of experience right now. Holy moly, as they say.
Yeah, he just got so many of these pickoffs in the mid game, and he wasn't dying. Ember Spirit died every time.
How many kills did he get like in here? It was just a graveyard of Nigma heroes. Meanwhile, there's another coil in the mid lane. Miracle goes for the snap. They're going to blinding light the back. Puppy hops in with a silence, and the team is held back by the Will-O-Wisp. But this is all defensively. Someone tanked the remnant. Oh, Kuro can't get there in time, and now he's just going to die too. Oh, they're trying their best here, but even without Matu, they can just commit to these fights. They get great reach and range to catch these heroes, and they can chain stun them down after. Now they move on to the structures.
You would think that this team fight of theirs that they've got going, like your Kotal, your Viper, your Pit of Malice, the nether toxin in the Pit of Malice would be so good, but they're unable to just be together to use everything properly.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Real tough right now.
Don't underestimate the damage from Zai as well, by the way. Because of the Helm of Dominator and the Medallion, these creeps shred through anything. You saw how fast Underlord died in the last engagement, or
they're also just not dying either. Like they're very frustrating creeps to deal with. Because the Ember can't like waste all his time on them.
I mean, Ember doesn't even have that Desolate to complete it, so he needs to waste a lot of time to kill any of those creeps.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Repent.
Puck has that dagger.
We're a ruin down here. On to my control. It's a slow one. And yeah, Poppy's just concerned with Weehaw. He's like, all right, I'm going to hold on this guy. We got to try and finish off. The Underlord with the ulti, though. I think he's good. Oh, no. It was so close. And now Weehaw's been held in place. Poppy sacrificed his life for this one. But I think, actually, I don't even know if that trade's worth it. No, of course it is, but still feels a little bit bad, I'm sure.
He's still worth less than we. Like, Miracle gets 360 gold, and they got 280 for we, so it's definitely worth it.
And Yasser has this Yule, so Miracle has to be careful. He's going to move on to his ally instead and just go for GH, the one who powers the Ember Spirit. GH moves back though, and now they have the Team Secret, but it's going to get canceled. The toss up there on the Kuro. Nisha still has the tree here too if he tries to get to the high ground, and he's going to blink on him. I'm not tucking anything away here. I want my tree. And, well, Matsu just hangs it under a tier 3, because why not? Might go kill tier 2 sometime.
Yabzor creates so many plays with this Void Spirit. He's just constantly sitting somewhere so far behind. Viper.
It's like they know they need a fight here. They have the Viper strike here. If they can hold someone in place, it can't be Nisha. They are committing the Will-O-Wisp here. They say this has to be our chance. Tossback won't do anything. So, it's going to be a decent amount here for them, I reckon.
Yeah, that's a pretty good kill. They defend the tier 2 as well. One of the so there's an upside and the downside to Yabzor constantly diving. Upside is you're getting these extra bonus kills. Downside is you're not really as focused on objectives and taking towers. Because of that, it gives an opportunity.
Left behind.
Yeah. Enigma, they take that chance. They TP back to the tower and they kill off Tiny. So that was pretty solid.
Oh my god, the items just keep on coming though. He drops the symbols and picks up an Abyssal Blade. He's ready for more. Spares no clown.
I love his neutral items as well. Like getting that Vampire Fangs. He did leave the repair kit in the jungle. So
that's okay. I don't think their structures are getting hit this game. I think they're good.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a donation to the enemy cause here. As Mind Control, speaking of neutral items, will find himself a Mind Breaker. Maybe somebody could mess up Yapzor, depending who gets it. Miracle has the Deso complete.
That's a small power spike for them, but it's something at least. It's the step in the right direction. There is the dagger on Tiny as well.
Yeah, another minute until the Roche is up. Oh, it's so scary to be anywhere right now on this map. I'll wait for tier 2s. Just the blinking Tiny, the blinking puck.
So close. That was so ridiculously close. He does manage to get out, and also he does have the bow, so that's pretty good for a tier 2 item. He doesn't even need the tier 3 one, I think. It's just way too good on him.
The magic damage is just too helpful. And,
attack range, attack speed as well, right? And then the magic damage on top of all of that. You remember, like, I don't think, maybe 6-7 months ago, the Whale Viper was so popular. It was one of the best things to go for. You just go Whale Viper. You get
speaking of dead items.
Yeah, when it still gave armor and it was built by the helm.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
But yeah, every time someone actually buys a Veil, I have to just check again how depressing it is. It's got like Bassy aura. Alright,
It can work on some heroes. Like recently, you could see it picked up by some Phoenix players sometimes. You forget about, but the problem is that recipe is just way too expensive. It's like 1,200 gold.
Yeah, other stuff just feels better build-up wise. They have a illusion in the pit. Scan it for that next Roche. It's still 40 seconds away though.
They have a halberd as well.
They gotta hope that the Greaves is enough to win this fight, and there it is, the coil onto the Ember, the Abyssal Blade too, and he he dies pretty darn fast. Tried to get the save with the Nightmare.
Oh, the toss back.
Toss out, no one's getting saved here. Nicely done from Nisha. Oh, that leaves Weehaw behind. Holy moly. Oh, they got the plays. Yeah, you hand that tip right over.
Right, that's 1-star Uber driver. It's one of those that comes back to the wrong spot, you know, and waits for you, makes you walk.
Oh yeah, and then they cancel the ride, and then when you reorder, it's the same guy. That is that guy. I hate that guy.
There's like a couple of countries that have known scams in Uber that do exactly that constantly. Like Turkey, I think it's horrible. You don't even want to order it. Rush is up though. Ursa
Yeah,
goes
they've
straight
ordered
into
a
it.
gold Aegis and a side of fondue. More like fondue, as they're looking for a 3-0 here in the finals. Secret, how are you so good at Dota 2?
Orb of Destruction as well on Ursa. Yeah, he's just having the blast. Cheese as well.
Oh, Shadowblade, sure. Why not? Sounds good. Does Nisha have Shadowblade and 3,000 gold? Or did he sell it? He must have sold it, right?
He sold it. He went back for the BKB, I guess.
Got a little concern there. Puppy at the bottom lane has a coil onto GH. It's just a matter of time. Abyssal down.
That range from Abyssal is just... that's
it's a
way
big
too
reason why Ursa's broken again, too.
Yeah, it's a way too big range, really. Like, it's crazy. You don't have to go for the blink, right? That's the thing. You're playing an Ursa, you don't need the blink. You just buy that Abyssal and you get both things at the same time. The Basher and the initiating range.
Attack.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that used to be like a concern for the Ursa, right? It was like, oh, the blink and the Basher timing and like, oh, do you need BKB this game? But now it's just like, haha.
You can get both. Easy.
Bear go burr. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
Trying to hold these waves back, but again, it's Nisha jumping in, looking for a toss play. Can't find it though. Puppy buys this Lotus again to help out.
Has fallen.
Single target focus, right? We got the Bane, got the Viper Strike.
They have the Solar Crest completed, I think, on Chun as well. He just needs
Puppy
to...
has another coil up here. They've caught mind control. He goes for the instant snap. They don't get the taunt in time because of the spider legs. But unfortunately, they bear. Alright, they're smoking out from Nigma, trying to find someone alone here, see if they can catch a fight, but perhaps without an Aegis and a Cheese involved. They need some sort of a pick-off here, as well as some deep wards placed.
Maybe if you kill off these two supports, you can do something with that, but it's so difficult.
So far back.
Yeah,
this looks pretty well read here.
And he gets out. It's, you know, the craziest thing here is you don't expect that move, right? If you're a Puppy, if you're a Puck, it's crazy that he actually...
bottom at your allies.
Exactly. It's crazy that he actually manages to respond to that in the same second he sees the Bane.
Now, they will be forced to TP back to the bottom lane and help hold against this push coming up from Secret. And Secret just continuing the trend here as Matu also now closing in on level 25. And trying to get himself the Satanic boost.
The Solar Crest also completed on Chun. The BKB, the BKB is there for Tiny. He actually had it around that tier 2 fight, just didn't use it at all yet.
Well, do you think that Secret are going to have any sort of high ground problems here there, Liz?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Okay, you are playing versus Viper, Kotl, and Underlord, but if he keeps on being picked off on the top lane, Puck is following. Yeah, Puppy found him. Or did he?
Radiant's
He
bottom
did.
tower is under attack.
Huh?
Yeah,
Puppy?
I think this is smart from MC to not just like panic TP. I think he actually has to try and drag this out.
Yeah, he is buying.
Trying to create a fight here. The team is coming. Maybe this is enough with the little wisp in the tree line. Are they going to go for it? GH, he's holding. He's not going for it right away. Now he finally drops it in time for mind control, but he will eventually fall. Can they actually get cleanup kills here? They so desperately need this. They get Puppy. Instantly buys back. Did he have it? Oh no, he's back. Now going for the Bane. He got him. Oh, no, they don't get the catch. Oh, they did?
Yeah.
And Puppy hoping to catch someone else here too. Doesn't have a Yules though and no coil, so I guess that's
no Yules, no coil. Can't really catch the Ember there, but they do take out the Viper, right? And you take out Underlord too. And they are the most significant aspect of your defense. So high ground.
Out to break high ground.
Yeah, that's it. You don't fight high grounds. You just find them somewhere else. It looks like.
That's why Puppy just bought back too. I'm sure. Even if he couldn't get the orb buyback Jaunton or whatever, it's just like we've opened up high ground by getting these fights way up here.
And they didn't even take down the Aegis. Matu still has it for 14 more seconds, so he can even dive here if he wants to.
Oh well, diving is the name of the game so far. Abyssal on a Miracle. No assistance. The Blind Light's already used the Nightmare's going to try and help save him. She doesn't get him out. He moves back, but no, he's going to fall. Has a buyback if he wants to try something, but Kuro's dead. Holy moly. Bane going to buy back too. And they're still holding for now. They're not going to give in quite yet. Just going to use this 4-5 back. Miracle really wants to hold on to his. He wants to be giving. No, he's going to pop. Okay, he says enough is enough. I got to try something. Matu, 10 seconds away from this Aegis. Perhaps they can find the perfect timing as Kuro's been thrown all the way to the back line there. So that's going to be a tieback on him. Bash onto Miracle. Abyssal backup is 1 second on Matu if he wants to go for the turnaround play. He jumps back towards his team. And I get a little bit of assistance here. There goes the Aegis. They've waited on the timing. They know the stacks are there, but oh, wait, ladies and gentlemen, they have a little bit of cheese as he hops in onto the double kill for Matu. And Mind Control attempts a TP out. He's going to fall down. The Uber's got a flat once more. And a triple kill for Matu's going to seal this one. As Team Secret, the predictions were true. The script was right. It's all been told before. It is a 3-0 once again here for Team Secret. These guys are just, they're on a whole other...
Right, you have the Secret that's pretty much the champion.